What's up, guys? It's Rodney here, dropping by to give you my post-rotation specs. So this is stuff that I think is really worth grabbing as we shift our way into Kaladesh and out of Dragons and Origins. So let's just get it started with Anafenza. Anafenza is played in Malira Company. Enough said. She's actually working her way into some Spirit Tribal builds that I've seen as well, which she's going to be good in. She's just a good card, combo enabler. Enough said. She's sitting at $2, and you'll probably be able to buy her post rotation for, dollar boxes, And for foils, you'll probably be able to grab them for $4 or $5. Foil price, I really don't see going down too much. We're gonna go to Atarka's commands. So just about all the commands were pretty solid. Definitely standard playable. I think excluding Salumgar's command, probably not so much. Atarka's command though is right there with Dramoka's command, even better in my opinion, because it found its way into Zoo List. It ruled standard for a good long while, and it altered burn. So now we have Boros and we have Naya burn, and this is one of the real main reasons that we have Naya Burn. It's an awesome card, does everything that these colors really want it to do, and I don't see it going anywhere in Naya Burn. I also don't really see it going anywhere in Zoo, in a lot of Zoo lists. So, enough said. $6. Foil's sitting at $15. Honestly, you can probably make play sets of this card for $15 right now. And post-rotation, I don't see the prices changing too much for a good little while. They might actually even slope down to like $3 a piece, and it'd be worth it to grab them, in my opinion. Alhammaret's Archive. This one's a $4 card, and it's been played in a whole bunch of nothing. And the reason it's expensive is because this is the embodiment of EDH. What this card does, it's shenanigans, and it can be thrown into just about any deck. Not to say it should, but just about any deck that's blue is going to want a card like this. Aloro decks, yeah, they're a big fan of this card. And $4, I think sloping down maybe to $3 at the lowest point it was in Standard, while never seeing play, ever, is pretty impressive. And I would just grab these up while I could, because it was a Mythic, and they're either going to be thrown in random EDH decks until the end of time, and you're just not going to find them anymore. So $3 right now is probably what you're going to be paying for them, and it's going to be worth it. You'll use it at a certain point. Dramoka's commands, these are sitting at $4 right now. I think the lowest they ever hit might have been like $2.50, and that's when I bought my playset. I see them easily going back down to that, maybe even the dollar box range, $1.50, because they're not played in a lot of Eternal. Maybe in the Rock, maybe in like the sideboard, or some Zoo list. But I still think this is one of those cards that when you throw a bunch of effects on a 2-drop at instant speed, it's usually a good thing. And maybe some Selesnya homebrew will come out with voices and just beat face. We never know. But if you can pick these up for $2 or under, I would definitely make a playset or two. I don't see where that's going to be a mistake. Coco, this is, oh boy. So Coco, I spec'd on it before it ever came out. When they started doing pre-sales on it, I spec'd on this, and I think it was like $3.54. And then Coco Elves came out, and this card spiked, and that whole list spiked, and this card's been getting standard and modern play ever since. I think at its highest point, it was probably like $20-$25, somewhere in between there. And it deserved it. I mean, it's run standard for a good long while, probably 6 months now. And in modern, no, it's not as powerful, but like I said, it's getting played in Malira Company. And it's going to find its way into a lot of tribal builds, probably outside of Elves. Anything with Mana Dorks is probably going to run this card. If they can turn 3 it, they're going to run it. And I love this card. Sitting at $16 right now. And I think at $10, it's probably a safe buy. $8 is where I'm going to try and buy mine. Kolagon's command is another one. Just these commands, dude. They were so good. Kolaghan's Command is another one that was just, it was a bulk rare, man. Nobody wanted this card. And me and a good friend of mine, Brant, he was like, I think this card is worth it. So we both picked up a few play sets of it. And he's actually the one who called Coco as well. Picked up a few play sets of this card and just killed it. This card blew up, and it's been a hot number ever since. I think spiking probably around $20. And it is so good, man. So good. It's probably a safe buy, I'd say, for around $4 to $5. Just for the simple fact that it's only really run as a 2 of, and it's only really running Grixis Control in Modern. And Grixis Control is kind of quiet right now, and Modern's kind of quiet right now. So you can probably pick these up relatively cheap, and I would definitely make my playset because I don't think this card is going to go anywhere. Dark Petition, sitting at just shy of $3 right now. I think it spiked out probably around 9. This is another one, man. Just a bulk rare that, I think it was John Finkel that came out and just made this card blow up with Seasons Pass Control. This is just a fun EDH card. Tutors, black tutors are always good, Anything that lets you tutor and not reveal is good in my book. And floating triple black on a dark ritual on the ass end of my tutor is, I'll take it. Yeah, seems good. You'll probably be able to pick these up for $1 or less, post rotation, maybe sitting at $2. I would just trade into these post rotation when people aren't worried about it and aren't thinking about it. Let's see, Goblin Pile Driver. Yeah, Pile Driver, man, it's sad to see him that low. I would buy Onslaught ones. I think they're what, $6 right now? Yeah, I would just grab those, man, because the bordering looks so much better. The bordering on this card, just with the artwork, just doesn't. It's not visually appealing to me. But at $2 a piece on mid and foils at $6, that speaks. Good lord, that's just insanely cheap. You can probably buy play sets of these for like $3 or $4, and that's what I would do. Buy maybe 2 play sets of them. And he's super good. I mean, we're looking at a Legacy Goblin that got a reprint and saw no play in Standard, honestly. It's insane. But there wasn't a lot there for Goblins. If this would have been the Rabble Master format that this sucker came out in, oh my god. It would have been a living hell to play Standard with all that burn on top of it. Oh my god. Insanity. Yeah. $3 to $4. Pick these up, y'all. Like, it's not going to be a bad buy. I think he was like $30 or $40 at one point. Harbinger of Tides. This is a fun one. Dude is super, super good. And a lot of people, when they started spoiling him, speculated he'd work his way into Merfolk, and he did nothing short of it. He is usually played as a 3 or 4 of in Merfolk, actually. And he's just awesome in the deck, does what you want him to do, and he's a 2 for 2, And he does definitely something Fish wants him to do. He's sitting at $1.20 right now, which is so cheap for a card that's run as a 4 of in a tier 2 modern deck that's pretty much been around since I've been playing Magic, and is most likely never going to go anywhere. Tribal decks, in my opinion, only get better with time because they're just constantly getting updated, constantly getting more and more cards. And no, we're not getting core sets anymore, which kind of sucks. So we'll have to be on planes that actually throw us the right tribal elements, which is a bummer. But still, I think specking on Fish is never a bad idea. And this dude at $1 a piece probably can go find these in dollar boxes and work a deal out with the shop owner or whoever's working there, and just pick out boatloads of these, man. That's exactly what I would do, man, for sure. Foils at $6. Go make yourself a nice foil play set for like 15 to 20. Yeah, hell yeah, awesome card, love it. Now we're gonna get to the honorable mentions, because uncommons are not hard to gauge, and they usually have better margins if you want to speculate. But this one is hard to say. It really only sees play in 2 places. So that's going to be Modern Elves and, EDH Elves, Rise decks for the most part. It's a 50-cent uncommon, and it has not been played in Standard probably since like Elves were in Standard, I guess right as Origins came in. Green Black Elves, I believe, was pretty solid. Put up pretty good results right around that time, and that was it. So This card is still played as a 4 of in Modern Elves, and that is awesome for this card. This is one of those things that you can turn one Heritage Druid and then turn to this, and ta-da, we're going to put in an Arch Druid or whatever, some fatty, and just some Lord, and just make a board state real quick. He is an enabler for that, and that is awesome. Yes, you can alternately just drop 2 more 1-drops and do the same thing, but being able to 2-for-1 in a deck like that really just blows its hand out on the table really, really fast is good for the deck, and I really don't see it going anywhere. I think it's going to sit in that deck. It's good in that deck. It's in at 50 cents. Foils are at $4. Go make yourself a $10 foil playset. It's probably going to be worth it. And go raid the 10-cent binder and boxes that you have at your shops, and go pick all these out for yourself and be greedy, because this card's awesome. Let's go to the other honorable mention, Sphinx's Tutelage. So the Toots, the mighty Toots. I remember when this actually worked its way into a Teamer a Teamer Turbo Mill with, I think it was Magmatic Insight and just shenanigans like that. I don't see this card really getting heavy modern play, but I think it's another one of those EDH cards that people just love to do with it. And it's got, you know, some milling that people just love to hate. People love to hate mill. And they love to mill people out in EDH if they can. It's the most torturous, evil crap. I like doing it. I mean, I can't deny it. I'm sure you do too. And then it's got an overcost to draw effect on it, you know, if you really end up in a bad spot. So at $241, yeah, it's overpriced. Go find these things in people's binders. Go find them in 10-cent boxes, and it's worth it. It's worth it, because I don't see it actually going down very much. It might go down to like $1, but it's always going to be an uncommon that people are like, this is good shit, and it's because it is. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's the list that I'm looking at. If you feel like I forgot anything, comment below. Let me know, because we really want the best comprehensive list we can get out there, you know. And thanks for watching. Hope you come back and see us. Until next time, this is Rodney signing off. Peace.